I'm in the middle of the Redwoods, out towards Casadero. It was 94 when I left. I'm looking at 88 right now. All right, let's see what we got here. 88 degrees. I can see people enjoying the river, stream, creek, whatever. As you come out of the Redwoods, you can see, I don't know if you can see or not, but 92 degrees already. It'll jump back up. About 94 once we get up on top of the hill. Pretty nice. I will tell you, in the Redwoods, where there's a creek or a stream or a small river, it is definitely the best place to cool off when it gets a little too warm. Redwoods, California redwoods, they grow primarily towards the coast. They produce a considerable amount of oxygen and thus keeping it very cool in the immediate area when you're going through one of their a small patch or a forest. It's primarily California redwood, and they thrive in the fog and the moisture from the coast. But it's at least anywhere from 5 to sometimes I've seen it as high as 11 degrees cooler than just outside of the patch or small forest or anything like that. It keeps it considerably cool. It's really nice, actually. It's kind of fun. There's several roads in California where you're in pretty much an open area or a vineyard or something like that. You can drive through that and be in a warm 90-ish degree weather. And then all of a sudden, you'll come into a redwood forest or a patch of redwoods, and that temperature will drop, and it's like, whoa, wow, feel that. Shoot, now I totally forgot what I'm laughing at myself because I've got all these roads, and I had something in my mind when I took off. And when I took off, I was like, no, there's too much traffic. Highway 1, it's just too much traffic. So I thought to myself, well, we'll just try something different. I would have changed a few mounts, but it is what it is. I can change them on the fly. But I decided, oh, you know what? Let's go through Casadero. I haven't done that in a little while. So today, I thought, okay, let's stage it up. We'll take an adventure bike. We'll take the Tiger. We'll play around. And I got some advice from some friends that I've been watching on YouTube. I know that friends is a loose thing. Friends is like, okay, I've never met them. I've talked to them once or twice through YouTube, and now I'm calling them friends. But it is kind of a friends thing. I mean, the motorcycle community is a giant friends thing. I know very few people that wouldn't help anyone else out in this community. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Part of the creek coming over here. Now once I get past once I get past a couple of these houses, I'm going to turn this camera on. It's very, this is not the camera mount that I had in mind for this particular ride because of the fact that the road is so bumpy and I cannot maintain it. Even though there's this wiggle on this, I am really impressed with some of the cameras coming out now, and this is actually a GoPro 7, and even with that wobble, there's a little movement, but you can take even any post-processing software. It really can. It does such an incredible job stabilizing this, but any post-processing software can kind of get rid of the rest. I'll have different angles, and I will switch up angles and things like that, and sometimes put more cameras in. This whole idea is sound, so I have to be, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, I have maybe 2 or 3 videos that have actual real sound of me at that exact time in them. And the reason why I say this is because if it's a gorgeous day on the coast, it's typically pretty windy. And in fact, In fact, my last video, or I don't know if it's going to be the last one because I don't know when I'll get this one done, but my last video, oh, that's it. A quick Harley and ride in my shower, that's it. And on that I was up at, I'm actually going to be not very far from where we were filming a lot of that. And the wind up there can get pretty brutal, and it was pretty brutal. I did not have, the mic was not working. I did not have the adapter for the camera on that mic, and the camera had to be far away to be able to get this angle. And I was thinking I should really voice over that this sound right here, which it doesn't make me crazy because I'm used to hearing it, but this muffled sound that you get in your helmet, especially when the visor's shut, I don't use any of those sounds. Even the sound of the bike, I've got microphones hooked up to the exhaust of the bikes, but to be honest, it's really not that actual sound. Oh, and I've been doing this and haven't been showing you. This is a big drop, but way down there is the creek. It is really pretty. I have not hiked down from this area, only from when we first started, and you're talking maybe a 15-foot hike down to the water. And then back here where there's maybe less than 25 feet. As you can see, it's pretty easy to get down right down here. There's some redwood patchouli right there. Look at that. Oh gosh, I never get tired of that. Never get tired of that. As we're coming up the hill here, you see it jump back up to 97. Beautiful. Beautiful scenery. It's just totally changed. You can see where the redwoods cut off, and you go more into an oak kind of atmosphere, topography, if you will, getting up on the hill where you're seeing a lot of rock coming jetting out of the side of the hill. I was asked by somebody, how much off-road or non-paved road do I really utilize my adventure bike with? I thought to myself, oh, you know what? I actually do quite a bit. I absolutely love finding roads that are in the middle of nowhere and just going for it. There's a lot of roads out here that are really fun. I mean, I have to say, these are right in my style. I don't mind part paved, part not paved, very, very little actually here. But roads where I typically don't encounter anyone, where I've got unbelievable scenery. I love that. That's kind of my deal. And this right here, we're going through some redwoods. You'll see that temperature dropping pretty quick. I love this, where you're in the middle of kind of everything, and it changes so fast here. I mean, look at that. That's gorgeous scenery. Look at that. As I'm trying to tilt my head so you can see, but pay attention to the cattle guard in this really sharp turn coming up. Oh man, I love this. There's a house up here on the left, and it is like a house in the middle of nowhere with no neighbors. It's down. Look at, can you imagine this view? Okay, so I have to tell you, I love the ocean, and I love being, you know what I mean? There's something about the ocean that just gets me, but this too, oh, and we're going to come up on this ridge that'll give us a view of all of it, and it's just, this is like, can you imagine you've got to have a big deck, right? And can you imagine getting up in the morning, hot coffee, and just, so my ideal coffee, and I love coffee, French press coffee. You take the time, you do the steps necessary, you're just kind of doing your thing. I get that. And you're sitting out on the deck, shorts, flip-flops, you got your coffee, and you're taking in views like this. Oh my gosh. I love that. Oh, I would love that. If I was inclined to do some serious hiking, there is so many places to hike here and so many trails. It seriously is amazing. Oh, little guy. Oh my gosh. I almost hit your brother the other day. He did the same thing. Got a little freaked out. These views out here are the other side of that valley where the creek is, and it just kind of expands out. And this is, I don't know what it is about the rock and the mountain with the tree. It's like, wow. Look at that, guys. This is pretty beautiful. Oh, I don't know how much you can see through these trees. I never really know what I'm looking at until Ariel gets home and downloaded. You start processing some of it, which there's a positive in everything. This downtime that we've had has definitely given me the ability to take a lot of classes on a lot of different products and everything from. And I do not have a really nice camera. I'm looking, but I haven't pulled the trigger yet. I have an old Canon. It's just a point and shoot, and I've got several video equipment. I mean, I've got a lot of that. But oh my gosh, I mean, I also enjoy a lot of the training videos on all of this. You know what I mean? On all of this, the photography, the videography, the processing and editing it, and putting sound and music. And that's something I dig. It's kind of fun. I am not quick at it. I'm an old dog trying to learn new tricks. That's for sure. But I enjoy it. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry if this is. Oh, look at that tree. I had to get some air in this helmet, man. I'm really got a lot of sweat drips right down into my eyes. This makes it a little bit more breezy, a little easier. That whole idea of having some positivity out of this downtime, I think that I've gotten to improve those skills. Sorry, we are going to go off because this is tomorrow. The old tree used to be over here. Look at this hill. Oh, look at that. That is something else. That's part of the edge. Look at that, guys. Nice, beautiful. Now I have to tell you, the other thing I really dig is not just the scenery like this. I gotta watch this grass. It's very dry and hot out today. Actually, that's a bad idea. But on that, and it's not just the view and everything else. It's pretty steep. But it is also a situation where the clouds, when they add so much. I mean, typically, I know it sounds weird, California, typically it's blue sky. You don't get a lot of clouds. So they have the clouds and the colors and the mountain range. I mean, those hills are painted, man. It's really beautiful. It opens up even more after we go around this bend, but baby, look at how beautiful that is. Look at this, watch. Look at those hills. So I gotta look both ways. So here's this, and then look at this. Oh yeah, gotta love this. Gotta love this. So I know, and I see a lot of people riding around neighborhoods and stuff. I hate to tell you that this is my neighborhood. I mean, this is literally, what, 20 minutes from my front door? You know what I mean? And then, or I could turn around, I could ride the coast, and you know what I mean? Oh. When people visit, or I take them out to ride, or I have never had somebody say, why do you live here? I never have. I mean, don't get me wrong. When I have to drive through the city, when I'm picking somebody up from SFO or Oakland or something like that, San Jose, oh, I do get that. I get the, why the heck do you live here? Until they get over the Golden Gate, and until we start having some fun on some good roads. I don't get that so much. So beautiful. That truly amazing. I don't know. I dig it. Reservoir down there. Cattle guard. There you go. So, advice on cattle guards. Cattle guard, when it's warm and there's no condensation and not a lot of temperature flux and no water coming across, cattle guards aren't too bad. You think of it like like an underground garage. You know, it can be a little slick, but not too bad. The problem is when they put a cattle guard right after a turn, or even in the middle of a turn. Highway 1 has 2 of them. And one of them is right in the middle of a turn. And I have to, you know what I mean? You have to prepare people, you have to talk to them, because people are from all different kinds of riding environments. And you have to say, okay, well, you know, we're going to be hitting this. It's going to be early. We're going to run into a little fog here. So there's going to be moisture. When you go across these, ideally what you want to do is not be turning your motorcycle in the middle or on top of these. You want to hit it pretty much straight across, like a railroad track. And then when you're across, then start or finish or whatever your turn. At the same time, there you go. But at the same time, I got to get far enough away from this turn. You have to, you have to appreciate this. But at the same time, this is one of my favorite views on this road. You have to hit it straight across. That way, your traction is on the asphalt, and you're not slipping on that metal. I think I'm going to turn around and snap a picture and grab a drink. So, this, turn around. I'm going to have to get that camera out of there. See, oh, it's only 92 degrees up here. I'm getting up in the wind. I don't know if you could hear it before, but you can definitely hear it now. There's some wind up here. This is beautiful, guys. I So, one of my GoPro mounts broke on the way up here, and this was a calm, nice, easy ride. This is not a crazy ride. I'm doing all this trying to, blog and everything else. So when I pull over, I'm gonna get a couple steady shots. I got a couple cameras picked out. Let's jump on here. And took my jacket off, changed the helmet, blah blah blah. So I go to get this camera. I'm surprised it's still working, but it is wedged. I'm just lucky. It's wedged between the triple tree and the fork, and it was just hanging on there. If I would have gone over some crazy bump or been a little bit crazier, I have to move this camera a little bit, it would have been gone. Totally gone. Luckily, it's just the bracket that's broken. That's why the camera was just hanging there. It's a little piece that you push, and then it turns the camera in a lock position. It's a large fork mount lock, whatever. Oh my gosh. I'll get a hold of the GoPro and see what they can do for me there. Ooh, there we go. She's cooled down now. Still 92 though. Oh, man, it's beautiful out. All right. Oh, I love this shot here. It's so beautiful. Oh, look at the rocks. All right, take one. Around the corner. Inside where I left the rock. And look at this, man. Look at this. Look at this. Just to get a shot. And it's probably just a 1 second shot or a 5 second shot on a video. It's crazy, right? Oh, I love this. I can say, when it's just myself, oh. I have a few views in my backyard that and then trying to show you on camera or a video just how gorgeous it is.